It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs going up against the 76ers in Philadelphia. For Philadelphia, they won their last matchup, that game against Houston. They haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. And before we tip off, I just need to ask Shaq, when you think back to great teammates, what are the qualities that make a great teammate?
Well, you want to play the guys who care as much about the game as you do, a guy who puts the team first, a guy who gets you involved, a guy who has the same dreams and aspirations that you have about the game.
Well, that name sounds like Kobe Bryant to me that you were talking about, but I always look for guys who could push me. I mean,
starting lineup. Starting at power forward at 6'9", number 7, Carl Landry. At the other forward position at 6'9", number 33, Robert Covington. Starting at shooting guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 14, Aaron Oakley. At center, 7 feet, number 21, Joel Embiid. The other guard position, 6 feet 4 inches, number 12, Freak. The head coach of your home team.
It's game time in Philadelphia as the crowds at Wells Fargo Center look to cheer on the 76ers. The Philadelphia 76ers, they won their last contest, that game against the Rockets in Houston.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
And the starting group for the Spurs, Manu and Kawhi filling out the perimeter. Aldridge out there with Sanders, and it's Parker in at the 1 spot.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Here is Oakley, following the score by Tony Parker. Right side Oakley. 6 on the shot clock. Shot's good.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Parker kicks to Leonard. They get it back. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against New Orleans.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were...
Splashing those threes as they did really allowed them to continuously deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for them, no doubt.
Sanders sets the screen for Parker. Sanders passes to Ginobili. Screen by Sanders. Ginobili dishes to Aldridge. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Embiid sets the pick for Freak. Back to Oakley. All sorts of time. It's rebounded by Leonard.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
76ers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. They set the pick. Covington kicks to Freak, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And Freak's agent in attendance at the game today, Dom Pagnotti, the famous Dom Pagnotti. You might hear stories positive and negative about him, but he has a lot of big-name clients, that's for sure, Clark.
Yep, and Freak is one name in a long list for Pagnotti. Some question his motives and how he gets deals done, but that's not for you and I to debate.
No.
You certainly can't argue with his results.
Well, you know him well. You call him DP. I just call him Dom. And now the fast break, Ginobili with the ball. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense is determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
On defense, San Antonio trailing by 5. Now here's Freak. He's covered by Leonard. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. For Philadelphia, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Now here's Parker. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Right wing. Landry passes to Covington. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Covington's got 8 points.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Here's Aldridge, and it's good on the assist by Parker.
You know, he's got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being bothered.
Here's Freak. Really played well against Houston in his last outing. The layup off target. Sanders with a screen on Oakley. To the inside. Fast break, Philadelphia. 4-3, Covington. San Antonio with the rebound. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Yeah, exactly. An interconference matchup here. Not a lot of familiarity, but I wouldn't say they caught them off guard. There's a reason one team was in the playoffs and the other team was watching.
Landry, the shot, no good. Some solid defense from Aldridge. Spurs trail by 3. Parker dishes to Leonard. He kicks it to Aldridge. Shoots from 14, and it's San Antonio with another.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's give a hand to your own Sixers dancers.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points.
Cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
Noel's checked in for Philadelphia. Tony Roten comes in for Oakley, then for the Spurs. West is checked in for Sanders. And it's Green in for Manu Ginobili. Covington kicks to Freak. And a miss there on the triple. For San Antonio, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
San Antonio shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. The 76ers trailing. Noel and Embiid patrol the paint together inside. Tony Roten out there with Freak, and it's Covington in at the small forward spot. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. Roten, no good. On offense, here are the Spurs. And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Rockets put together a nice one. He had 18 points and hit the glass as well, coming away with 9 rebounds. A nice showing for him in what has been a rough start to the season for his team.
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by his standards, guys.
And how about the high standards he has for himself? Really did have it all working for him in that game.
Anxious to see what's in his mind for an encore today. I mean, it'd be awfully difficult to top that last game.
And you hear so often about work ethic of players, but Freak has put his money where his mouth is. He built a private gym at his house so he can put time in on the court, Clark, whenever he wants to.
Yeah, that's a good step. And Freak is well known to be a workout. Well, freak is probably the best way to say it, so that shouldn't come as any surprise.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Freak. He's right around 9 points a night, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
Yeah, great hustle, does all the little things. Just a good complimentary guy to have on your team.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And here are the Spurs. They're on an 11-3 run. Ginobili can't hit. The 76ers trail by 3. Oakley with it. Leonard picks him up. The score now all even. Covington's got 11 points.
He might not get a better look than that all game. You have to get closer to him. He's not going to bite you. Get up in it.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. Pass to Aldridge. Here's Sanders. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Sanders has got his first 2 points of the night.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
There's a screen by Noel off the pick. He lays it in. Noel's got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Now here's Parker. His last outing, he had 24 points. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Leonard from 3. And it's good in the assist by Parker. 8 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Timeout for the 76ers.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter.
The stats for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Rotate over.
7th in blocks, 17th in scoring, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And, you know, his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation.
And the 76ers making a change here. Landry's checked in. Now here's Leonard following the shot by Carl Landry. And Parker, here we go. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Freak passes to Landry. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
San Antonio with the ball. 76ers getting the bucket. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. From about 16, and the basket good. Aldridge has got the lead up to 5 now for the Spurs.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
Landry, a screen on Parker. Leonard with the ball. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New Orleans.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
Here's Freak. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Sixers dancers.
I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the 76ers coach as he addressed his team. Offensively, he'd like to see them get the ball into the post as often as possible. That's where he thinks their biggest advantage lies. He said also that their offense needs to be a patient one. He told them, don't rush things. Use as much of that shot clock as you need to. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, they've come out of that locker room with a hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
And David West drops them both. The 76ers trail by 5. Outside Oakley, the pass to Freak, and Embiid the screen. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Oakley. That's 7 points for Freak.
They're shooting the ball extremely well right now. They're looking at that three-point shot as a way to get some extra offense and really continue to fortify their momentum.
And it's blocked. Philadelphia's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Covington dishes to Landry. Fades and shoots. The second effort and the rejection by Leonard. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Hasbro's checked in for Embiid. Jay Garson. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. 76ers lead by 2. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. Well, we've established a clear dominance on the interior at the offensive end. And until they prove they can stop our inside game, we have to continue to pound it into the post. I'll say this for us, though. Our shot selection has been terrific. We haven't forced things, and the shots are dropping for us because of that patience. And in terms of pace, I'd like to see us calm it down once the third gets started. We shouldn't be in any kind of rush. We've been treading water for too long in this game and letting them hang around. Let's get this going. Get fired up!
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
You look at what Covington has done so far. He has 11 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
San Antonio trailing here. On the court for San Antonio. The timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. Sanders is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Leonard in at the small forward.
At the line, 76ers, Larry Sanders. At the line for 2.
The first one falls. He doesn't get the second one. Philadelphia shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Oakley passes to Freak. Embiid sets the pick for Freak. At the top of the key, Embiid. Covington in the corner. Embiid with the screen on Leonard. 6 to shoot. Covington kicks to Embiid. The leader. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, Clark, no doubt about it.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Oakley against Ginobili. Covington inside the line. Drops one in from the wing. Covington's got 13. San Antonio's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And Parker, here we go. Here's Sanders, and the rejection by Embiid. Here's Covington. He's got 13. Embiid with it. He's picked up by Parker. Freak. And he makes good on the layup. He's got 9.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Parker's shot is off.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing him.
Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
San Antonio with the ball. Here's Leonard.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Freak kicks to Covington. Launches a 3. And that one's good. And now it's an 8-point 76ers lead.
And doing it. Great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that, I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possession.
Here's Landry. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Spurs trail by 8. Parker outside. Soft touch off the glass. Parker's got 6.
And that's his style right there. That's his game. He plays it as well as anyone. And when we get to crunch time, that's when he's at his best.